Hey everyone, I hope if you're having a holiday weekend as we are here in the UK that you're having a good time. It is time to maybe be a little bit lazy, like I need an excuse for that. But there is some sunshine about in different places. Overeat, indulge and enjoy some movies. And this week I did a little charity shop rummage for the first time in a while. I didn't get anything good. I'm actually not a big fan of Sunshine and Leith, even though I guess I should be automatically from being an Edinburgh resident for my time there. It's all right. It's not bad, but I thought I would pick it up for £1 and have it available for anyone who would visit and automatically assume that I have it anyway and would want to pop it on for a sing along. Job done. And then this is terrible as well, but I think you can see the funky cover. And again, it was £1. So basically, those two movies together cost me less than my Greg's breakfast roll meal deal that I really enjoyed on the same day. Other purchases that have come through the post. I don't think I mentioned this one last time. Got a double bill of Polizioteschi movies. I think that's the correct pronunciation. Polizioteschi. From Enzo G. Castellari. So they will be good to enjoy, I hope. I think they've got a good reputation, the Big Racket and Heroin Busters. And two more martial arts movies, Knockabout and Dreadnought. Both of them, I believe, feature Yuen. I'm not sure if he has a main role in both, but I'm a huge fan of Yuen. What happened is, years ago, I've discussed this on the podcast. I think people tend to get into martial arts movies the same way they get into horror movies and probably all kinds of movies, and that you find a small gateway film or a gateway selection. And for me, in the UK in the 80s, you did have Bruce Lee films available. We were aware of Jackie Chan and his films were celebrated, but buried in the bargain bins of video cassettes, there were usually greatest hits of martial arts movies. That's what you had, supercut videos. And the one I used to have was hosted by Chuck Norris, because of course we need a strong-chinned American martial arts hero to introduce us to other martial arts movie moments. That did work though. So, it cost me a few pounds. I had this videotape and I played it, and that's where I first saw clips of the fights from Dragons Forever. I saw Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock fighting at the end of Yes Madam that we covered on the podcast. I saw just various things that I didn't have access to at that time and wasn't really aware of. And something that stood out to me then was because I was aware of Jackie Chan and I'd seen the films of Bruce Lee and loved Bruce Lee, but I discovered the flexibility for his size and the impressiveness of Sammo Hung. And I discovered the mind-blowing athleticism of Yuen, who, they worked with Jackie Chan a few times, and you see clips of these people before you're aware of them, and you think, well, there are people there that look like they could do even better stuff than Jackie Chan. And at that time, for my young mind, Jackie Chan was kind of the top of the tree. So I'm picking up so many of these movies now as blind buys because I may have seen clips of them from years ago, but I may not. I just know they feature people that I didn't manage to get enough of their films sort of into my eyes and into my brain years ago. Even with the Shaw Brothers stuff that I pick up, all of these things, it's great that they're becoming more and more available now. And I think there will be fans who will know which ones to avoid and which ones to really go for. And there will be people like myself, probably like a lot of you there, who might just be wary of taking a chance on one here and there. But if I see Yuen in a title, I'm going for it. That's just the way it's going to go. So I'm really looking forward to checking these out at some point. as it's a bank holiday weekend, I may put my feet up later and enjoy one, because we've only got the 2 films for the podcast this week. One being The French Dispatch, which will hurt Tyler a lot, and the other one is Tyler's typical Tyler choice, and I can only apologise to him because I've forgotten the title already. But we've got those to watch. I do my blogging every day. I try and keep up with films that are on Mubi. So at the moment, there's a fun double bill there of Showgirls and the documentary You Don't Know Me, or You Don't Even Know Me, about Showgirls. So in amongst the world cinema and the more classic outings, there's that that different kind of classic art for those who want to appreciate it. And then there's the standard stuff, checking out things on Netflix and Shudder for the week. The Cellar just landed on Shudder. Quite a few people enjoyed that. I didn't. I much prefer the short film, The 10 Steps, it was based on. So however you feel about the feature film, I do urge you to seek out the short, The 10 Steps. It's very, very good, very effective, very short. I think it's maybe 5 or 6 minutes at most. And Choose or Die is one of the more recent films that have dropped on Netflix. I didn't like that either. I just thought it was pretty badly put together in terms of, what it could have done. It could have been more enjoyably nasty. It could have had better characters. It could have just done more with the concept. So I'm actually, I've been resigned to the fact that Tyler will watch us at some point, will make us watch Fear.com. He may make us watch that one with Frankie Muniz and the rest of the people in it. Is it Stay Alive? Is that the one I'm thinking of? With the dodgy computer game at the heart of it. After watching Choose or Die, I'm more open-minded to visiting Fear.com and also revisiting Play or Die, if that's, or Stay Alive, sorry, if that's the right name. So that's what Choose or Die did for me. Just made me lower my bar and seek out things that are a bit more fun to watch nowadays, because they were made, what would they be, 20, 25 years ago now? So they have that inherent retro quality to them, even while they're trying to use the video games to have fun with genre concepts. Whereas now, you either make something with retro aspects in the plot, and you have to make that work well, or it feels lazy, or you make something, and if it doesn't fulfill the potential of its premise, then it just doesn't even have the sort of kind of lack of knowledge and the ignorance / optimism that would be there if it was made back in the 2000s or the late 90s. So I don't know if I've worded that quite properly, but I hope you get what I mean. And please feel free to suggest any in that vein, any that were from maybe the 2000s, late 90s. I've watched Brain Scan, which was kind of fun, mostly again for being from that time, when if it was made today with a similar concept, it would probably be laughably bad. Maybe a lot of sane people think it's laughably bad already now. But yeah, if there are any others that are obvious omissions that I could check out, or we could point Tyler towards, so that it takes longer for him to bring the real pain to the podcast, then please do just drop a note, let us know, and just tell us your favourites or your favourite moments as well. Anyway, go back to eating lots of food, lots of chocolate, enjoy a final drink if you do drink before going back to work tomorrow, or if you've been at work today, well done you. I managed to have a day off, but I was in for a time at the weekend. But we're all working at different levels now. Anyway, enjoy yourself whenever you can. Speak soon.